Good day everyone, I'm Ronel Albesa that assigned to report the early beginnings of art in the Philippines. So, why we need to study the early beginnings of art in our country? We need to study the early arts of our country because the study of early art teaches us how people see themselves and their world and how they want to show it to others. The history of art provides a way in which we can understand our human past and its relationship to our present because the work of making art is one of the most universal activities of mankind. In addition, we need to study it so that we can acquire a fuller and richer understanding of the spirit and inner life of the people as reflected in their works of art in painting, sculpture, architecture, literature, music, and dance. The first expression of art can be traced from prehistoric times which dates 500,000 years ago. Prehistoric relating to the period before history was first recording and writing. However, these indigenous art forms and national treasures pertain more to archaeology rather than art. Yes, archaeology is interesting and enjoying, but they do not produce. So, let's move on Southeastern Philippine art. Foreign traders played major role in the development of art in the Philippines. A great number of potteries, porcelain, and stonewares have been recovered in the Philippines which provide evidence of trade during the protohistoric period. Protohistoric history is recorded in writing. Porcelain, it is ceramic material, a hard translucent ceramic material used for making plates, cups, and other items. Stonewares, dense opaque pottery. Opaque means non-transparent. So, some Chinese potteries found in the Philippines are from the late Tang and Northern Song dynasties in the 10th century AD, Yuan dynasty, and the early Ming dynasty. So, the samples of early artworks are potteries, porcelain, and stonewares. So, as you can see in the picture, it has various decorations such as Ming blue and white with motifs such as lotus flowers, the flying fish, dragon, and winged fish. So, such artworks have also been found in the graves of pre-Spanish Filipinos, as well as in the homes of mountain people. So, most common finds made by Chinese ceramic artists and technicians are figurines, ceramics, dishes, bowls, vases, and boxes. So, let's move on. The Duyong Cave in Palawan and the Tabon Cave Complex, two burial sites with charcoal engraved field dated roughly 2680 BC, yielded shell ear pendants and a polished stone adze and shell axe adze, representing a typical Neolithic site. And the Duyong Cave is called the burial site where the remains of the ancient Filipinos were found. Here you also see the various evidence that proves the arts they made before. Neolithic is the latest period of the Stone Age between about 800 BC and 500 BC, characterized by the development of settled agriculture and the use of polished stone tools and weapons. So, meanwhile, the exhibition of Bato Cave in Sorsogon province in southern Luzon shows the Neolithic jar burial tradition associated with stone ornaments, pottery, and stone tools. The pottery assemblage from the late Neolithic site, which date roughly 710 BC, showed a mastery of intricate design that the Metal Age in the Philippines covers the period from 500 BC and possibly earlier to the 10th century AD. So, if we look at their art, here we can see the most bizarre thing that happened to them at that time. So, this period shows the development of glass technology and art of webbing in the Philippines as the Filipinos strove for better control over their environment. The typical artifacts in the early Metal Age were beads and bracelets made of glass, beads made of agate, carnelian, amethyst, rock, crystal, and sapphire are believed to have originated in mainland Southeast Asia. So, pottery making, which already existed during the Neolithic period, became a highly developed technology. Some pottery forms were footed trays, elaborate jars with the both of the dead on its covers. We can see in the picture, it is two jars, where the first has an egg jar and the second is the manunggal jar. Manunggal is one of the most important examples of burial pottery in the Philippines, depicting the ancient sailing habits of the people and their belief in the afterlife. The figure of the boat with two human forms on top of its covers depicts souls sailing to other worlds. Its intricate wave-like design is carved and painted, with hematite on the lid and shoulders of the jar. The jar of Manunggal has been named a national cultural treasure because of its exceptional artistry and depiction of the beliefs of the ancient Filipinos. While the egg jar was found to be terracotta with design that seemed similar to the human part. It has a unique face in each egg jar. It is unique because the expression varies, such as with sadness, happiness, with children and adults. In the archaeological area in the coastal strip of Calatagan Peninsula and Batangas province south of Manila were found 500 Filipino graves which yielded porcelain and stonewares from China and Annam or Vietnam, along with glass, jewelry, stone beads, iron tools, and weapons. So, foreign archaeologists in the Philippines in published literature from Janse, Solibian, Bayer, and Fox cited that tens of thousands of oriental trade wares in the country which originated from South China. So, let's move on Philippine art through the migration and trade during pre-colonial period. So, pottery weapons and utensils were brought in the country probably as the result of casual trading with Arab traders and later by Chinese junks. The presence of artifacts in prehistoric archaeological sites and the dates to which they are traced help reveal their origin and time and place. So, stone tools have been excavated in Batangas, Cagayan, the central Luzon area, Davao, and Palawan. So, in Palawan, Tabon Cave was found. The early woman remains a skull cap which has been dated to about 20,000 BC, known as Tabon Man. Is named after the bird that laid thick layers of dungeon on the floor of the cave where it was found during Paleolithic of the Old Stone Age. So, the Manunggal burial jar 890 to 710 BC was found in Palawan and named after the cave where it was found and called the Queen of Philippine Prehistoric Artifacts. Aside from tools and weapons, man began to create cultural objects such as receptacles, textile, measuring, jewelry, and pottery. And this will be discussed and explained by Justin Joy De Luna. So that's all. Thank you.